Yeah. Sure.
Well, they're probably thinking it's one of
There we
Chuck's
go.
little sound checks that he usually does
In the middle of the day or night or whenever. Yeah,
Yeah.
we're live now.
As I'm trying to
Hey,
find out.
everybody, how you doing? Greg, Hitman, Terry, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, what happened the other day, I think it was Friday, we got hit with a power surge and it effed up my computer. So I had to reload Windows.
Damn.
Yeah, I thought there were going to be a lot of hardware problems too, but they seemed to work out.
All good now. Cool.
What's going on, Craig?
Good afternoon.
Hitman.
Craig USOB.
I thought we banned Hitman.
Good.
Hey, Terry, can you hear us now, guys?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Craig said we're good.
Yeah. Good now.
Hey.
Intro.
All right. So how's everybody doing today?
Good.
Doing pretty good. Okay, so today we've got JT Von Bass and we got Jim, Wicked Vapor. There we go. That's better. We got Bill Bottoms, BD Bill, and Angel Gomez, and Test Tube Baby.
I ain't never gonna live that down, I tell you.
Yeah. Actually,
Craig,
I'm surprised I said it.
Craig, I will boot you in a heartbeat, sir. Watch your mouth.
You ain't gonna allow you on the show no more.
At least, Bill, that if you have to have a nickname you don't like, at least that's not a bad one.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
You know, everybody back when I drag raced motorcycles, the most popular comment I would get when I was in the pits and somebody would walk up to the motorcycle and I'd be working on it or fueling it or whatever, you know, and they would look at the motorcycle and they'd look at me and they say, "You must have some hellacious balls, you know, to ride that thing." And
I mean,
you know, so I was used to that.
I mean, Bill, even with those super fast cars like Lamborghinis, half the Ferraris, I think the people who are driving those as well have some hellacious balls for driving something that fast with that much horsepower in it.
Wait a minute, Dylan.
I don't know.
You got to know how to drive first before you make an assumption like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the cars are a little different story. You know, when you're on a bike, your ass is hanging in the wind.
I'm just gonna say, there's nothing between you and anything else.
Yep. No.
Yeah.
That moonshiner guy, he was a bike racer. He did track racing, but he got messed up bad.
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, in my opinion, with bikes, since you're hanging out and there's nothing covering you, you can easily get hurt right then and there off a bike if you get into a whole accident.
Yeah.
I have a friend
that
that
is what you can get.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's come close to being dead a few times, but he's got back up.
One of my younger sisters is into extreme sports. I'm sorry, did I cut you off, JT?
No.
Oh, okay. One of my sisters is into extreme sports. Well, she used to be before she had kids and got married. But she and her husband both, they used to do all sorts of wild shit. And they're airline pilots now. It's like,
I hope they're done doing stupid shit.
Yeah, they are. They are.
Okay. You fly an airplane. I want you not to do stupid shit now.
Yeah.
You have to clarify.
I mean, then again, you still have those people that still do stupid shit regardless.
They're those people who have the nerves of steel like James Bond or something, you know.
You know, they say the psychiatrist and people like that study that kind of stuff, they say people that realize and know there's a danger and yet step into it with no hesitation. They say that our brains are wired differently than most people. Most people don't have the ability to do that.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
That's true.
Craig just said, "Where's Fagan that SOB? This show is too serious for him."
Yeah, it is. It's way too raw.
He's busy making dwarf videos.
You're waiting to see if anybody respond to it yet.
Well,
Oh,
it turns
what's
out
up with the
Dylan's not a test tube baby. We met his mom last night.
Oh yeah, my father and I came to the conclusion: you're all going to hell.
I didn't do nothing.
Not you, Angel, because you were in and out.
Yeah, I was busy.
Leo, how you doing?
Oh,
And
man.
correction,
Oh.
we're not ladies, we're gentlemen.
Speak for yourself.
Yeah. I'm a gentleman.
What do you have a vagina slap?
I now have an in to go into the women's room without anybody saying anything. So
like
I
Dylan
identify
Brady?
as a dog.
My pronoun is fuck off.
Say something, Bill.
Well, I did it. I said
Only
the F
problem
word
with being
already.
a dog is where you stick your nose.
Yeah.
Right?
yeah,
Oh.
I just want to sit at the bathroom at Walmart, put on a little bit of lipstick, and just watch for the hot ones to go in.
Take lipstick and wipe it all over the mirrors.
Oh yeah, Dylan, what was it that you were waiting to talk about?
Oh yeah. So apparently at like 12 this morning, when I'm trying to go to sleep, scrolling through social media. Apparently Biden wants to do a whole another term, which I have no idea if that's a good idea with the term he's had this year.
Well, that's
He
his
thinks he saved
personality.
America. No, he thinks he saved America.
Yeah, he does.
Well, the whole
He never
problem was he basically announced it by a video instead of having a big
Yeah.
live thing, because they don't want him live on stage. They'll do anything to keep him from that.
And he's refused all debates with
Yeah.
other incumbents. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was a cluster to start with, because he did it with a video instead of doing it, live,
No,
But
Yeah,
you
it's
and I know both that it's because they
that's the thing, Jim. All these people think that it's a smart way to do it because everyone's in a way so brainwashed to their cell phones, to their computers, to their tablets, that it's just so easy to just sit there, have it so close to their face, just watching the video.
Well, I think it's more like the Democrats have given their hand that they're going to try to do what they did in the last election. Have water pipes burst.
Yep. Mules,
Oh, yeah.
board up the windows.
Mhm.
They don't have COVID this time.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
you just wait. Just wait. They got
Yeah.
they got the latest one in the line. It's just waiting to be released.
Yeah. Well, they've got like 9 left to do. They had a whole series of 10 that were going to be released.
And as my father just said, another reason why they did it, it's easier to have them hide their hand up his back to use him as a puppet.
Yep. But I mean, at least nothing's going to come of it. But at least they can't be sleeping well at night with all these whistleblowers and all this stuff in the news now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, you saw where they fired Tucker.
Yes, they fired Tucker, Bongino. No, but Don Lemon's crying because nobody cares that he got fired.
Mm,
Everybody's more concerned about Tucker and Dan Bongino.
yeah. What the fuck?
Bongino was just a contract dispute.
Yeah.
His contract was up, and I'm sure he asked for more than they wanted, and they were
Yeah,
looking for
doing.
a reason to get rid of him.
Oh, yeah.
Because
Hey,
Fox
Kenny,
is
what's going on,
comparable.
buddy?
Hey,
I
Kenny.
mean, either way,
Hey, Kenny.
there's just so many people that the government's just looking to get rid of and shit like that, and just bring in new people who don't know what they're doing.
But Fox has lost $1 billion in stocks already. And it's been what, 2 days?
I think
Yep.
more than that.
Fox ain't as far right as they want to claim to be.
Not
No.
anymore. No,
No.
not since the election.
Yeah.
They lost it when they said Arizona won it minutes after the polls closed.
Mm.
That's when people went, okay, you're not who I thought you were.
Yeah, but they never really recovered after O'Reilly.
Well, yeah, that didn't help.
No.
No. and it was like Megan Kelly was saying on her show the other day, or her podcast or whatever it was. She said Tucker will be able to make 10 times the money now, just going independent than Fox was paying him.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the problem with independent is you have to look for it. You have to want to watch his content. Whereas if he's on, the network, sometimes you watch him because that's what comes on net.
Yeah. But independents have never done that good in the national election anyways.
I have no doubt.
Teddy Roosevelt ring a bell.
I have
I
no
wasn't
doubt.
talking
he'll
about
make it.
election. I was just talking about him doing a podcast or lives and whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'll search him out. I'll search out Bongino. I listen to Kelly because, she doesn't like Trump, but she's a straight shooter. Nonetheless,
Right, but the thing is, you also have to remember.
Bongino's on Rumble. I'm sorry.
You also have to remember with Trump, there's I don't know how many people that love him. And you also have the same number of people that love him is the same amount, if not more, of people that hate him.
Yeah, but you don't have to love him. You just have to not be stupid and acknowledge he was the better president.
Yeah. But the thing is, they went overboard acting like they didn't know who the man was when he decided he was going to run for president. He'd been out in the public for since the 80s.
Exactly.
I can think of. So everybody knew everything about him.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden, it's all these brand new revelations going to bring him down.
They can't get a parking ticket to stick on this guy. Come on.
Right, and then you still have those idiots who want to do protests, who still want to do riots, all because they want to sit there and go around saying, "Oh, he's this, he's that." But where's the proof?
But not one of them will give you examples. Not one of them will give you a straight answer.
That's what I'm saying.
He's racist. Well, prove to me. If he's racist, what did he do? He's a criminal. Well, what laws did he break? Well, No, I don't know. Tell me.
Well, with the way they're going after Matt Taibbi right now, it's they don't even need proof. All they have to do is say it and then not allow the other person to talk at all.
Yeah.
Suddenly they're right.
But if you're a Democrat and I have proof, well, that don't matter.
To be honest with you, in a way, it's like law enforcement. You have those people that want law enforcement shut down. Okay, in my opinion, you're discriminating against all cops. You have your good cops who do right, follow the law, and you have your bad cops who think it's okay just to break the law and just do whatever they want and say, okay, F you, we're going to do it this way and not get caught.
Yeah.
Yeah, did you see the Target store that's everything's behind locked doors now?
Yeah.
Everything. Deodorant. Yeah.
I don't know why they still have the store there. If I owned that business, I would move all my locations out of that whole state. I'd just be gone.
That's what Walmart did. Walmart moved out
There's
of
other states.
Yeah.
Well, Walmart moved out of where?
They took 4 stores out of Chicago.
Oh yeah.
I think they took all their stores out of Seattle.
Yeah.
Yeah. They just said, to hell with it. Enough's enough. I
Yeah.
mean, I can't afford everybody to walk in my door to steal $950 and not get, prosecuted.
Sooner or later, they're just going to be like Blockbuster and Radio Shack. They're all just going to go bankrupt and shut
No,
down.
they're not. They're
But don't get me
fortunately.
wrong, I have no love for big box stores, but I do have love for the law. The law, you need laws. You cannot have more than 10 people in a group and not have laws. You can't. Humans suck. Humans by nature are just stupid and just greedy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, when I was in junior high, there was a 7-Eleven we'd pass on the way home from school. And they had a rule after about the time school got out that only 3 people could come in at a time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I don't blame them.
That was back in the
if you
70s.
see fault in that, you've got an issue.
Yeah, we had when I lived in Houston, there were a lot of stores, a lot of convenience stores. They had that rule.
Yep. No. And anybody with half a brain knows why they have that rule.
Yeah.
And
Well,
if you know that store has this rule, don't complain when you go there.
The worst thing about it, right next door to him, was the game room.
Oh shit. Oh shit. So you come in with your backpack slung over your shoulder, put shit in it, and then go to the game room and share with your friends.
Well, back then we didn't use backpacks.
We
No,
did.
It was the gym bags.
Yeah.
Gym bags
Right by hand.
Mondays and Fridays.
Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't use no backpack at my school. No.
Oh,
We
if you
did
had to
because
carry something-
we never had time to get to our lockers. We spent all day. We had 5 minutes between class, and that should have been enough, but it wasn't. So we had book bags.
Yeah, well, we call them gym bags. Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
I see.
If you hadn't stopped by the bathroom to have a smoke, you'd have had time, you know.
No, I did-
And the crazy thing about that, Bill, to add on to it, kids now are still running to the bathroom just for a smoke.
yeah.
Whether it's weed, cigarettes, or whatever it is, they're still
Well-
going to the bathroom smoking it.
And keep in mind the ones that they say are vaping, for one thing, most of them only tried it.
Yeah.
Most of them only tried it and they're not actually continuing. But the way the question is worded, it looks like they're hooked. But the truth is,
now-
yeah, but one second. The truth is, they tried it and, wait a minute, they would have been smoking.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
They would have been
Thank you. Would you
smoking.
rather them vape or smoke? They're gonna do it. I was a teenager. You were a teenager. Really? Could anybody say, Chuck, don't do this?
Yes.
Because the more you say don't do it, the more I have to do it. Now,
Yeah.
it is my mission in life now. I have to do that.
It's what kids do. Kids
Exactly.
They don't think they
Nature.
can do to rebel.
Yes, Dad says I can't drink beer. Guess what? I'm going to find a way to get beer.
Yeah.
I'm not supposed
It's
to
even-
smoke. I'm going to smoke.
Jimmy, it's even with the hard liquor too. You tell them not to drink like a bottle of Jack Daniels, they're gonna want to go drink it.
Every kid does it.
No, yeah.
But
Yep.
now, since they've made such a big deal of vaping, now you have a rise in childhood vaping. Because now it's a thing. You made such a big deal of it. Now it's cool to them.
Yeah.
Because, oh my God, nobody wants me to do it. Look at me. I'm a rebel.
Yeah, but I've not seen an increase in the anti-vaping ads like they were hitting back when it would come up and it was going to go to Congress.
Well, that's
But-
because the faggots pushed them out. I'm
No,
sorry for live. I can't say that.
Saudi-
the
The
other people.
Saudis are having a vape expo soon. Watch it change.
So, vaping's not the agenda right now. Right
Hmm.
now, it's I don't know, what do we call it while we're live? The others.
It's the
You
pro
know-
down war.
It's a pronoun wars. Thank you.
You know, we've had gentlemen. You know, we've had numerous talks about vaping. Whether it's in the after party, on Mark shows,
Yeah.
or even on our Wednesday show. You know, vaping hasn't been the same since when 2020, 2021.
Yeah,
Since-
before that, it
2018.
was Obama.
Yeah, I was gonna say, go back a little further. Yeah.
Yeah, ever
Yeah.
since he grouped us in with tobacco and everything like that, and started making
Yep.
the laws where we had to follow, like especially in Arizona, we had to follow all the same laws as the smokers as far as what we
Yep.
can be and all that.
Well, that's a given.
Yeah.
But I didn't see a problem with that.
No.
It's like marijuana is legal now. And everybody expects that they can stand on the street corner and smoke a joint. No, you can't. You can't stand there and drink a beer. You can't act a fool. You can't do it while you drive. What part of this don't you understand? They just legalized it. They didn't say you could do it whenever and wherever.
Yeah.
But they're finding out in the places that have had it legalized for a long time that they've just recreated the black market over again.
Yep.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Oh man, California and Canada, with the whole West Coast, they have overstock big time of pot right now. They're growing it like 5 times faster than they can sell it.
Yeah, well, everybody jumped on the bandwagon.
Mm-hmm.
And now that, I've got all my life savings invested into this grow operation, I can't just walk away. So, but everybody and their brother, same thing happened here.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how many grow houses popped up around here when they made it legal.
Yeah.
But every business out there, as soon as like they see that they can make money, people jump in.
Yeah.
And then they start overproducing. There's too many options.
Yep.
And then it's like everything else. The price for it's gonna drop drastically, and then everybody's gonna start losing their ass.
Yep.
Yeah, but the problem with marijuana is it's non-perishable if stored right. So they can sit on that for a while.
Oh,
They
good.
don't have to lower their prices.
It's a fungible product. It can be converted into different things. But I
Yeah,
like the way they come out and say that it's for the chitlin.
Yeah.
It's for the children. But wait a minute.
Yeah.
I thought you didn't want kids doing drugs.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it amazed me when that little while I lived in Kentucky, how long they stored tobacco for. A lot of times they just store it at the local warehouse for a whole year, before they sold it.
Yeah.
In fact, sometimes the longer it's stored, the more it increases in price.
That's what they did. If the prices that year wasn't that high and the guy didn't need the money, he just waited till the next year to sell it.
Yeah.
I'm waiting to see what happens in New York. They've decided they're going to ban smoking completely. No tobacco in New York.
Ooh.
No.
There's gonna be a lot of pissed off people.
What's it going to do to pesticides in New York?
But I want to know where we went so wrong that the government can say you can't have salt, you can't have a large soda, you can't have tobacco.
Yeah.
We allowed the legislators to write laws that protect them.
Yep, that's true.
Yep.
All it's going to take is for one person to say, I got a potassium mine, so I want salt outlawed. Let's make everybody use potassium. Somebody's going to say, I got a smart water company. Let's outlaw soda. It's all, like you said, it's all about how they can get ahead.
Yep.
That's why we're fighting the electric car battle.
Well, I'm not sure if I've got this right, but I'm going to go ahead and say it as fallible as it could be. Back when people found out that saccharin caused cancer, the way we found that out was one of the newer sugar-free companies, the company that was making sugar substitute that's newer than saccharin, did the research and found that out. So they could make saccharin less desirable.
Yeah, but you got to look at science the same way it was when Edison was running around collecting stray dogs, killed an elephant, and called it Westinghousing.
Yep.
Oh,
it was because General Electric in New York was who he was for.
Well, I'll give you a good deal with this, like similar to the saccharin here recently, because I do keto and low carb and all that stuff, and I really stay up on it.
Yeah.
They started slamming erythritol, and it's an artificial sweetener. And if you actually got a hold of the report, the real report, and read it, the people that were showing the bad effects of it were eating like a cup of it a day.
Yeah.
And that's just unrealistic.
Anything in excess isn't good for you.
They did that with
Even water.
vaping too.
Yeah, but you got to remember it's made out of corn, there is no nutritional value in corn whatsoever.
Not really.
No, I eat no corn whatsoever.
Yeah, I tried to give it up. I'm still doing the dirty keto, and it's helping. But
I tried keto.
Well, like Bill was saying, I mean, their studies were unrealistic, and that's with a lot of things that they say is bad for you.
Mm-hmm.
They say it caused cancer in lab rats because you gave it, 3 times adult dose to a little rat.
At least.
From what I know, what they said was bad. They try to say that raw meat's bad for you, but there's a shit ton of people that eat steak raw or rare, whatever it is. They tried saying coffee was bad for you. They kept trying to change it with that. Said, "Oh, it's bad for you." Then it's like, "Oh, it's good for you."
Mhm.
The whole nonstop with that.
No,
Yeah.
what it is you'll have these big corporations, pharma, whoever, they will go tell the school, we will give you this grant money. But, oh, by the way, for you to get this grant money, you've got to find these results in any test that
Mhm.
you're going to
Yep.
be running.
Just like Stanton Glantz.
Yep.
It all depends on who's doing the study and where they're getting their money
Exactly.
from.
Where them?
And
Yep.
my father was knocking down my vape shit before.
But no, everything is evil. It depending, like you said, depending on who does the study. When the VA had me doing a diet class, and we got a dietitian that was actually down to earth. So he sat down and he took all the nutritional benefits of a steak versus your vegetable burger. And in the end, in his opinion, the vegetable burger is way worse for you.
Yeah, because with the vegetable burger, they're throwing a whole bunch of other shit besides
Oh
what.
yeah, you got your protein fillers and all the soy, the different chemicals of. Oh no, it was just. It's ridiculous. You cannot improve on nature. Nature gave me a steak. They didn't give me a veggie burger.
Right.
Yes. And have you
Nature
ever
gave
seen
me
a,
sugar. Didn't give me saccharin.
and
It's
have
like
you ever seen a cave painting that is of a salad?
No,
Yeah, yeah.
to be honest with you, it's like Burger King's Impossible Whopper. And people actually look at the ingredients on that. It's a whole bunch of garbage that's thrown together in the burger.
Yeah, and it
And they're
don't
saying,
taste.
and they're saying, "Oh well, it tastes just like the regular Whopper." I'm like, okay, just because it tastes like it doesn't mean there's not a bunch of garbage in it.
Yeah, it says
But why
shut
do you
your
want
mouth.
it to taste like meat? You don't eat meat.
Niagara Falls.
Well, what it is, they tried to connect
Oh,
the cows in global warming, climate change, whatever. It goes back to Henry Kissinger telling them the person that controls the food supply controls the world.
Yeah.
Yep.
Not wrong.
With the exception of us few rednecks that, if you know how to hunt, you can't starve me.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then all of a sudden a disease goes around and all your deer are dead.
Well, that's true.
There's a way to, if they want to, there's a way to control everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They can make it to where, like, even when it comes to growing vegetables and stuff like that, if you buy certain seeds, another company has the rights to your plants.
Yeah, in fact, that was a big thing though, not too long ago, where one farm would have, a certain seed, and if anything blew across into the next farm, they could sue that farmer.
Yeah,
Monsanto.
that was Monsanto.
My father just said that's why the Chinese are buying all the farmland.
Yep. Well, they're doing that, so
Yeah, they think they're going to have it for their people,
Oh yeah.
but
I don't know. We need drastic measures now. I think.
But what I've been seeing for the last 3 years, I didn't turn myself into a doctor or study all these papers and shit to find out nothing. And all it basically comes down to, the government's dietary guidelines have always been wrong since when Eisenhower had his heart attack and they started it.
Yep.
What people aren't taught how to eat nutritious and take care of themselves properly.
Yeah, that's because we had that singing cheese wheel that told us how to eat. Now,
Well, that's
Even
my
hunk of
way.
cheese.
For the younger folks here, can somebody explain the singing cheese wheel?
You never saw the hankering for a hunk of cheese?
Oh, a slap a slice of chunka.
It was right along with Schoolhouse Rock and all that.
I got to remember, I was born at the end of the 80s.
Yeah.
Wow, you
That
poor
was-
bastard. You missed
I
all
was
that.
born at
You
the end
don't
of
know
the
the food
90s,
pyramid?
97.
I've
Yeah.
seen like 3 episodes of Schoolhouse Rock, and those were all shown to us in school.
Yeah.
Yeah, you was a cowboy cheese wheel. Yeah.
Yeah,
That
that
was
was
his name.
I think that was Timer. Time for Timer, where he tells you all the stuff that the government wants us to eat at that point.
Back then it was the food pyramid, 4432.
Oh,
Yep.
The food pyramid has caused more type 2 diabetics than you can imagine.
Jim, my father's Larry's hero.
Oh, yeah, pretty much. And the metric system. We had to learn the metric system, or America was going to fall as we know it. Yeah, I'm still hanging on to my SAE wrenches, though. God damn it.
Name another country in the world that uses metric that has been to the moon.
That's true. That is true.
God damn, disposable gun.
Or a basement, depending on how you look at it.
Well, hell, England's having trouble with metric, and they're the uptight ones.
Mhm.
But if I switched over to the metric system, I wouldn't be able to buy my drugs, because I still buy quarters and eighths, and halves, and
Dimes and shit like that.
Shit.
That's because you never mess with the fun drugs.
Dimes were never heard of back in the day, Dylan.
Yeah.
You know,
I don't know. Well, they might sell cocaine in grams, right?
probably.
I don't do that
No.
shit.
You know, I was having a talk with my father about weed and the prices that from where I got my stuff from. Just for one pre-roll, $5. For a dime, it's 10. He
Yeah, but
wants
now that's your fault, because you'd rather buy a pre-roll than to buy a fucking quarter ounce and then come home and roll it yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the thing is, for people like me who smoke, don't know how to roll. That's why I always the cones. And
Now, Dylan, come on, tell them the truth. You just like getting tased for a pre-roll.
that was one time.
But there's an answer to that too, Dylan. It's called a bowl.
Yeah,
You can buy them for like $2.99 on Amazon, and
Yep.
it's really handy. It fits right in your pocket.
Yep.
Not wrong.
Always get you one of those little hand rollers that put everything in and just roll it up.
I can roll a joint with one hand. Come on, there's no excuse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a learned art. It's not, you know, you weren't born with it, you know.
You're not wrong.
I learned from smoking fucking Tops and Bugler.
You know, but the thing is, some people like myself prefer the pre-rolled cones where all you have to do is just pack it in, and that's it. Because
Those are all right, but I just can't bring myself.
not only is it lazy, but to some people it's, you know, so much easier and so much better. All you have to do is roll the end of it and just burn it off.
No, to each your own. To me, I think it's
perfect.
What'd you say, Angel?
George Jennings.
Yeah, George Jennings. Yeah.
He's been in.
George.
He's been in our shows a couple of times.
Man, I
I
still
didn't see Troy come in either. How you doing, Troy?
I still have visions of my grandpa taking that old Bull Durham out of his pocket, grabbing him his paper on a windy afternoon and rolling the most perfect cigarette one-handed.
I always tried that. I was never able to do it.
Yeah.
I know somebody that rolls his own cigarettes.
I say I can do it one-handed, but I still need my tray and a table. Yeah, you know.
We'll give you a pass on that one, Jim.
I tried
He has a valid excuse.
I tried dipping cigarette tobacco one time.
Ooh,
One time.
yeah.
Nah, I caught on to that one. But I was a hard-headed kid. They tried to make me sick on chewing tobacco.
But on the other hand, elaborate on Chuck, I tried smoking chewing tobacco once.
Who hasn't? It's like the grapevine.
Yeah.
What is a pack of 1.25s?
100 quarters.
Yeah, what is that?
1/4 and 1.5.
Well, I know what decimals are, Dylan, but I don't know what he's
No,
talking
that's
about.
just the size of the papers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
A little larger than a king.
You know, I've seen someone smoke a king once.
I used to smoke Cool Kings.
Yeah, no, we used to buy the plug tobacco in the army. That was the thing.
Or the
Had
shit that
cut
cut
tobacco.
a chunk off.
Yeah, you just
Cotton
light
Bowl
it-
Twist
light it-
was another one.
But nobody that chewed tobacco liked the plugs.
No.
So nobody, you got a chart? Nope, I got a plug. And they didn't want that. They wanted Red Man or Beech Nut or,
I'll never try chewing tobacco. I'll never get the hang of it. I'll never. It just looks
Oh
disgusting.
man,
Yeah, don't bother.
I tried those little pouches before, the ones you just sit in.
Yeah.
They're not bad, but it like if it's too strong, that burns the hell out of your lip, man.
But
Yeah.
we had to chew because in 1988, the Army decided you can't smoke in your vehicles anymore. You can't smoke in the building anymore. So everybody went to chewing tobacco.
wow.
So you can't blame my generation for this because I wasn't even around yet.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna blame
Ain't
you.
blame my generation either.
That's you guys.
Nah. Nah, you did it. You set it up before you
I
got
was
there.
2.
I wasn't even
Through
thought
my
of.
dad's K rations to get the little 4-packs.
Yeah,
Never
yeah.
knew what cigarettes that you were going to get.
In fact, when I was in
Someone around
basic
his
training,
dental
some
sack.
of our rations still came through with cigarettes.
Mm.
And if you got them, you had to turn them in.
Oh, that's bullshit.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we were still allowed to smoke in basic, but only 3 cigarettes a day. One after each meal.
You got a cigarette
make
every
sure.
day?
3, one after each meal. If you
Shit.
got back to the billet before the drill sergeant.
Oh,
Because the drill sergeant didn't leave the mess hall until the last recruit left. So
And
if
it
you
was
took
easy.
a meal and you could run back to the billet, you could have a cigarette.
Yeah, if you had 10 minutes, you could do 2 cigarettes.
You guys
Yeah.
want to laugh? My father just said, Dylan, your generation is to blame for woke."
Yeah.
yeah, that's true. That's true. And if anybody's unclear on how old a millennial is, Angel is a millennial.
Yeah.
It's not a bad thing. I'm just saying that's how old they are.
Well,
Bunch of
millennials
good ones,
used to
though,
be
right?
the evil bad ones, but they're no longer the bad ones.
No.
You know, I looked it up the other day because I wanted to know what the hell I was, and I couldn't get a definite deal. But they kept changing the dates.
Yes.
You know, over here they
You're
said,
boomer-
okay, you're
you're
this,
boomer
and
out.
on this it said you're that, and it was like I couldn't get a definitive.
Yeah. No, I would
Well,
call you boomer X.
Yeah, the same
You're,
exact.
you're not quite a boomer, but you're still not young enough to be full X.
It's
Yeah.
the same thing for the zodiac things. People could say, "Oh, I'm an Aquarius,"
I'm not even gonna hear that shit. No,
No.
stop now.
and then people
Yeah.
bitch in the morning because the dates are changing and shit like that. You are what you are. Now leave it alone.
Frank Zappa said it best: "You are what you is." But the rule of the boomers was 45, the end of the World War II until 1965. That's
Yeah.
the boomer generation.
I think I'm Gen Z. I don't even know.
I got that answer on one side I looked at, and then another one cut it off at
64.
like 60 or even in the 50s.
Shit.
They cut it
Yeah.
off.
I've seen it as low as 61. I consider myself Gen X because I'm
Me
not
too.
quite a boomer. I think like a boomer, but I'm not a boomer. My dad was.
Yeah.
Big brother, just know George is blaming you, saying it's all your fault.
Of course, I'm the only brown one here.
Hey.
Trying to
like-
play the race card.
Hey, George, how did the doctor's
I got it.
appointment
Why
go?
not use it?
George, are you going to live?
Yeah, but the brown card doesn't work for you, Angel.
You don't.
You got brains. That's the problem.
Whoa.
Oh.
No,
I'm
no,
sorry.
no,
How dare you accuse him of that?
no,
Sorry to
correction
break
on
it to
that.
you, dude.
No, correction on that.
You actually work. You like your country. Yeah, you don't count no more.
No, correction, Angel. You just have more common sense than the average person.
No, I dare say he's grouped in with us white boys.
All right.
You're evil. You're the domestic terrorist now.
Huh?
No, now that he's in here, we are the domestic terrorists.
That's right.
No, I have light on me, Dave.
I was just about to say,
a
you're
light
whiter
set
than
up
me.
here.
No, anybody that just wants to provide for their family and have a decent country to live in, that makes you a terrorist.
Yep.
There, now I'm darker than Dylan.
There you go. All right,
Fucked
now
up
I
on
might
so
have
many
something to
levels. I'm just gonna leave that alone.
I wonder if woke people understand how many underage children it takes to make their phones.
No, they don't
Don't even
care.
think about
They
it.
don't see it. It's not their agenda.
Or their batteries.
or their
You
batteries.
know, there's still so many
Oh
people.
yeah, you ever seen videos of a lithium mine?
Oh, how would you
Sad.
say
Yeah.
leaching
Or
pond?
You know, thing is, there's still so many people who still don't know the definition of woke and claim they're woke.
Well,
Because it's not what it used to be. They've changed the definition of it so many times to make it into something else.
Oh yeah.
Woke used to just mean that you're aware of what's going on around you.
Yeah, and then it turned into you stand up for the oppressed, which they claim was the black and the gays, which I've never seen a country that caters to the oppressed like we do, but I thought that was the opposite of oppressed. I mean, if everything's given to you and laws are made for you, you're pretty much not oppressed anymore.
Oh yeah.
When you're sitting in a mansion with, you know, $28 pints of ice cream, you're really not going to preach to me about being oppressed.
yeah.
I had $80 in my account last month. Really? Tell me where my privilege came from.
Yeah. Remember
Hey,
that
Chuck,
that woman who sued her parents for $5,000 a month?
Yeah.
I
don't
didn't
like
ask.
because she was be born.
Yep.
Hey, Chuck. George said I have to live at least till October. She scheduled me to see her again. I think she likes me.
Oh, thank you. Yes, I see. I have trouble paying
She
attention.
always said he's going to live till October because he has to pay the bill.
Yeah.
How's it going, Mr.
She says, I got 3 months to live. I said, good. I couldn't pay until next year. Oh, well, no, you got a year to live.
Right. Hey,
Oh
Chuck,
shit! Did you see what Dave said? What Dylan's dad said?
I've sold phones for years. I've seen kids give up their rent money or child support money just to get the newest phone. He's not wrong.
That's woke.
Yeah, I've seen that. Yep.
That's been going on for generations, man.
But
There's always those people that do that shit.
That's a dead addict.
George said, already paid today, so ha.
We ain't going to let you die anyway, old man. We need you.
Hell
We
yeah.
love you so much there, George.
That is George. No, you go.
George, you're welcome to join us if you want.
The wife don't know you, George.
Get that behind in here, George. We love you.
I didn't see him come in.
Hey, Chuck, you know who else I think is famous enough to be on the Wednesday shows?
Who's that?
Matt from Suck My Mod.
Matt from Suck My Mod.
Give him a call.
People have
He's
heard
too
of him.
famous for us, man.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what I'm
He's
thinking.
famous.
You
He's
guys got
famous.
Batman.
That too.
That's cool.
Yeah,
Matt
we
Colley?
owe him a show.
I'm not saying Joel from Mr. Just Right Run only because of the fact I don't know who in our after party has an issue with him.
I don't think anybody really does.
Matt? No, I ain't got nothing.
No,
to do.
not Matt, not Matt. Joel. Joel.
Oh, Joel.
The
Joe,
pro
for the most
people.
part, is pretty down to earth. Like he's a cool guy.
No, who you
I've
talking
talked to him a few times.
Actually, Joel's kind of my hero. Didn't he upset? Yeah, Jay Hayes,
Yeah.
Oh, a bunch of
They got-
times.
They had a whole
a bitch, and
that too.
We got George here, everybody.
George,
Howdy,
you're looking
George.
good,
Hey,
man.
Rose.
Hi, boys and girls.
How you
I didn't
feeling,
want
sir?
to
Love you,
interrupt and come in. I didn't think I'd be back this early.
It took me a second
love
to
you,
realize
George.
that, but yeah, you're welcome anytime, man. Whenever we're doing
Well, I
the
didn't
show.
want to jump in the middle of your show.
All right,
Yeah.
all right, Chuck. I think you're going a little too far now. Anytime.
Okay, it's
George,
time for me
this
to
is
leave
George.
now.
No.
No, you're stuck now
I'm stuck now. Damn it. Hate when that happens.
for at least another 14 minutes.
Well, I was listening for about 5 minutes there. You guys sound like you're on a roll.
Yeah, Mr. Jennings. Matt from Suck My Mom is an amazing person. I've had the privilege of messaging him on Facebook
Yeah.
about the Pulse, even though I've had numerous talks with Chuck, Angel, and I don't know who else about the Pulse.
So what you're saying is Chuck and I aren't good enough to answer your question.
Yeah.
No, you,
Cool.
you guys
Pretty
are-
much.
that.
That's what I take.
I got a question for you.
So you're a
What
mad
is-
suck boy now. Is that what you're saying?
No,
He's a
not really.
fanboy. He's a fanboy.
Hey,
I
listen,
thought it was more suck boy.
Listen, I'm a Fagan fanboy too, but
What?
of course, if I go to talk to Mark about it, he's gonna be like, "Fuck the Pulse, throw it in the garbage, don't get it."
You got to hear
Why
what
don't you ask- why don't
JT
you
has
ask
to
Why don't you ask somebody that actually uses one daily? You know,
I just want to know what your obsession about the Pulse is.
To me, the Pulse looks like
Which Pulse? Tell the people.
well, in my opinion, the Pulse Mini.
The Pulse
Small.
Mini
Yep. Only because
AIO.
I,
What's the mini?
AIO.
Is that the
You gotta be
3-inch
specific.
version that they can have?
no, the Mini is the one that takes the 18650.
Dylan, AIO, because there's
Yeah.
a new Pulse 3 just come out.
Oh, that I didn't know.
Yeah, new
Yeah.
Pulse 3
Pulse
stronger.
is the squonk.
Yeah, actually, I've seen the Pulse 3, and it looks pretty good.
It does
What-
look good.
compared to the
And
other
my
stuff.
father just mentioned to you, he said he was bored and you weren't around to bother.
I was at the gym.
I don't
Oh,
think Jim-
Look,
think
I
Jim
don't know
has
when you
Pulse.
were. I don't know when you were talking to Matt. Putting
I-
him above everybody else, fucker.
When did I talk to Matt? I completely forgot what the fuck I talked to Matt. It's I spoke to him April 19th, whatever day that was.
6 days ago.
Oh.
5, yeah, almost a week
Yeah.
ago.
Almost
Monday.
The day after tax
literally last
day.
week.
You pay your taxes for you?
Nope.
Then why'd you talk to him?
Because he seemed like
Sell
a
out.
yeah.
Sell out.
he's a
Because
fanboy.
He's a
reviewer.
fanboy.
I'm a Vegas fanboy, correction.
No, you're a
Fanboy.
everybody fanboy, it sounds like.
Not Jay Hayes, thank you.
I would,
Yeah.
well,
See,
course.
Dylan, this is a Pulse. Okay, it's the 21700. But if you want the Mini because you got those batteries, go for it. The main deal, it vapes fine, and you get a whole lot of stuff in the box for the money. You know.
I think like I was telling Chuck and Angel or whoever was in the room left,
Oh,
I have way too many
Censored.
650s just here in the house. I only have like 3 21700s.
there we go.
Thing is, though, there's websites that will send you some. You send them money, they
Oh,
send
yeah.
you batteries.
It's a great new system that they've got.
I know what it is. I know what it is. Thank you.
shit rolls downhill, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
My
For what
problem
you-
is, I
for
would buy
what you
new
get in the box,
batteries.
it's a pretty good deal.
My father just said, besides, he'll take whatever I order for him.
Okay, since I'm not going to go to Matt, let me ask you about the Pulse. Does that give you a decent direct lung hit, or is it just mostly restricted mouth to lung kind of deal?
No,
Depends
it'll
on
give
what you
you.
set up.
It depends on the coil that you put inside. Where'd George go?
Okay.
I don't know.
Because
yeah.
I mean, it's one of the more airy RBAs I've ever used.
Yeah.
I just wondered what I mean, this is me. I am so proud of myself. I've been using an RTA now. I mean, I was strictly RDA. That's it. And
It's honestly one of the easiest RBAs I've built on too, because you can actually
Yep.
screw it directly into a mod dry fire and everything. It has one of the widest decks to put coils in.
Yep.
And
You can put a
Okay.
3.5 mil coil on it. And
I was just wondering because I hear that come up a lot. I mean, I know billet boxes come up, but I hear the Pulse come up a lot. I just
for you,
I
you
ran
would
this
consider it a restricted direct lung, like most of us do. But
Yep.
I don't know if you like the airflow.
See, I ran this Berserker on the Pulse V2 for over a year till Angel sent me this squonk that I noticed I'm still using. It's a good one. I love it. But yeah, it just depends on what you want to put on top of it. Know your build.
okay. No,
Yeah.
I'm just curious.
And you can always put pre-built coils in them if you wanted to go that route.
That's true.
I'm running a 0.3 in mine right now. You know?
Those are good coils too. That's a mesh, isn't it?
Yeah, they're all
My
mesh.
problem is I'm such a creature of habit. I just new is to get me to try something new is kind of like pulling teeth.
And it's also rare for you to be trying new things.
But
See,
like
I-
I said, but what? Almost a month now. I've been using an RTA. So
Yeah.
I can
Yeah.
get a
Good
good
single coil.
restricted. I'm sorry. I can get a good restricted mouth direct lung on a fucking. This is the Aries on my Provari that only does 15 watts, and I can
Wow.
still get a good mouth direct lung, a good restricted direct lung.
even on certain pod devices, you can get a good directive lung hit from it.
What's going on, Bob?
In my own opinion, it's just a matter of which pod system you get.
But the Pulse AIO has a lot more airflow than the Aries. Anyway,
Yeah, I am an air hog.
I
For
don't
what you
think
get in
you'd
the
like
box,
it.
It's a pretty good bargain.
The
For
good
what you
thing
get in the box, it's a good deal.
The good thing
They
about
also say that about the Steam Crave Nissan.
yeah, the good thing about it is it's not big. You fill up a tank, and depending on the coil you have and the battery in it, you can go out and be out for a good
Yep.
5-6
Now, my
hours
question-
without having to worry about it.
Oh yeah.
Now, my question
Yeah.
is,
Coil you're using.
Yeah.
That depends on your build or your coil.
Yeah.
It doesn't have nothing to do with the device.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With this thing, I can use my thick juices, no problem.
okay,
And thin juices. But I have to build for it.
That's the one good thing about being a coil builder. Like I can make this an MTL if I want to, the little airflow control thing, or I could have it to like I have it now where it's just wide open air. And I actually made sure I went and got a panel that had the airflow right there on the front of it, so that way you get more air than you normally get from these little
Mhm.
slots on the side.
I know when I first started vaping, I was a airy hog. I loved all the air.
Yeah.
Now,
Why? It wasn't going nowhere but your mouth.
Yeah.
but now I just like it a little restrictive.
And size isn't an issue for me. My travel mod is the 21700 Guad.
Well,
So that's my
My-
travel.
my wife keeps saying size isn't an issue, but I see her crying after sex. So
Dylan Hippie needs to know: do you like a direct deep throat hit, or just asking for a friend?
He likes to switch first, then he swallows.
Oh,
He don't
Like
want that
deep in the
direct.
rear end or not? I'm just asking for a friend.
Oh,
My father wants to know what the difference is.
Difference of what?
of what?
I don't know. He said, "Question: What's the difference?"
oh, direct lung and deep throat hit. He's still new to vaping. He doesn't know what those
Oh, there's
things
no
mean.
problem with that. Is a direct lung is no restriction, like you breathing. Your vapor just falls into your lungs. Yeah.
You vape like Vic.
Restriction, you got a little suction with cheeks. I know the jokes are gonna come out. You gotta use a little suction on your mouth to get you restricted in your your mouth to lung.
Mm.
I don't. What's the difference between a non-restricted blowjob and a restricted blowjob?
Yeah,
How
And
much
does
you
it hurt
pay?
your knee pads?
that depends
Well,
on
that's
if
the
there's
right
going to be
control.
edging or not.
No, it's consent of the wife.
There you go.
It's what it's whether her nose is stopped up at the time or not.
Ah,
Nose is full.
I heard my father from the other room. He's like, "Wow."
She might
How
have
did
to
this
slip
go
stream.
so
You know?
by herself?
It really did too.
We did have a decent show going, and it went south.
Real quick.
I'm sorry, guys.
It's raw talk.
It is raw.
The weather even got jealous of me not being here. It sat and bumped me off. That's where I went a second ago.
Oh,
I was
Hopefully,
saying,
Bobby will
"Bling."
be here next week.
Hey, Dylan, have you decided what device you're going to take to work with you when you start your new job?
Just probably just the Wismic motive too.
Little pod.
Remember, you're going to be
Yeah.
there 8 hours a day, so you're going to need to either have a charging cord or second one as a backup.
That's where your disposables you like so much would come
Oh yeah.
in.
Yeah, with this lava tube, I just ran out, so I gotta try to find the frosted banana flavored
hmm
disposable.
Not
I
to
haven't
mention, if
tried
you're going to
to
be
buy
there
one.
all day, you're going to want 2 flavors probably.
Oh, yeah.
For me, this is my work setup right here. I got the
Damn.
Guar 21, and then I take this because the amount of juice that the tank itself holds, like I don't have to worry about refilling it all day.
Shit. I couldn't haul something that big around.
Yeah.
I don't seem to have a problem with it.
Now, for
But
those
again, I'm not attached to my vape either. I can go to the mall and leave it in the truck. I don't have to have it with me. I can when I go to bed, it stays on the night. It stays on by my chair.
Yeah.
I don't get up in the middle of the night and vape. I don't take it to the bathroom with me. I can, but when I'm in my chair, I am a chain vaper.
Mm.
Yeah. Here's what I took to work. Just a little DVO pod and a bottle of juice. I never even had to recharge this. Of course,
I'm
the
at the
juice
School of
was
Angel. I use,
24. The juice was 24 Nick, so I only had to refill it once today. And you only have to hit it every once in a while. You don't have to sit there and chain vape it.
That's the
So,
trick.
I know
what I liked about it, it fit in my shirt pocket. It was real light, fit in my shirt pocket. Perfect.
Mm.
So
Well,
you could steal a stealth vape just real quick. If
Oh,
it's
yeah.
right there in your shirt pocket.
yeah,
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah, that's right.
yep. Well,
Yes.
that's 1 hour. I know we could go on and on and on, but let's go ahead and call it the first show. And
that was pretty good.
yeah, it did. Worked out great. I'm
This
glad you
was
guys
the
were here.
first show.
Hope y'all had a good time out there in chat land.
Yeah. And we're
Sorry,
going to
I
do
missed
this
the majority of it.
every day, every Tuesday like this, every week. Go ahead, George.
I just was saying I was sorry I missed most of it.
Nah,
I
you
will have
didn't
to
miss
watch
anything.
the rerun, see what y'all chatted about. I
You,
hope you said bad things about me.
we did.
No,
No, we wanted to wait till you were here.
Oh, if I knew you were gonna rewatch this, I would have said bad things about you.
Yeah.
Damn hell! What? I'm part of the family, guys. Even if
Yeah, it's
I
true.
am, the one they want to hide in the closet. But
And I do know that Bobby Scully wanted to be here, but he couldn't today. He's hoping
Yeah.
to join us next week. So
Yeah.
uh,
And I'm going to put the link, Zoom chat. I'm going to put the link in Zoom in.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
probably gonna miss that. I got to get ready for
Yeah.
work.
Bobby usually
is
does
Kelly
the
going to be our
talking.
guest next week?
yeah, he just couldn't make it today. That's all.
Yeah.
No, Kelly.
Oh, Kelly,
Kelly
I
gonna-
tried to get a. I
Huh?
tried, but you won't.
Well, tell her my heart's broke.
Hi, George.
Oh, I Kelly.
Hi, Kelly. Well, everybody have a good day and a good week and a good rest of your life. And now we'll see you next week.
I'm glad you could join us, Mr. Intense. Thank you.
Yeah.
Join the Zoom chat. The Chuck just pointed in